Gaming Bolt presents 15 Star Wars games to play before The Force Awakens. With only a day to go before Star Wars The Force Awakens hits theatres, we've decided to make a list of top Star Wars games that you can play before you head out to watch one of the year's biggest movies. And if you plan to hang around a bit more and watch the movie later, playing these games may make the waiting time a bit shorter. Please note that this list is in random order. Let us begin. Starfighter. In Star Wars Starfighter, the player fights alongside 3 starfighter pilots and can take control of several different spacecraft. 10 months after the initial release, a special edition was released on Xbox with improved graphics, improved multiplayer and many other upgrades. Super Star Wars. In Super Star Wars, most of the levels were of the run and gun type with platforming sections in between. The game offered several different upgrades available to the standard blaster weapon. The game also featured on several vehicle-based sections in which the player takes control of an X-Wing or a land speeder. Battlefront. Star Wars Battlefront includes battles between 4 main factions from the Galactic Republic and the Confederacy of Independent Systems from the prequel era and the Rebel Alliance and Galactic Empire. The game features many locations from major Star Wars battles and included Temuera Morrison and Nick Jameson. Battlefront 2. Battlefront 2 was quite similar to its predecessor, but came along with a different and improved set of gameplay mechanics. The general objective in most missions is to eliminate the enemy faction. Like Star Wars Battlefront, the game was split into the Clone Wars and the Galactic Civil War eras. LEGO Star Wars: The Complete Saga. The Complete Saga featured story levels which were similar to those found in the original games. The pursuit of bounty hunter Zam Wesell had been added, while another level that was cut from the first game was included as a bonus level. Republic Commando. The game features some gameplay elements that are similar to other first-person shooters. The HUD came packed in with a tactical visor. It is one of the few first-person shooters where the hero doesn't single-handedly kill everyone. Knights of the Old Republic. In Knights of the Old Republic, combat was round-based and enemies attack and react simultaneously. There are 3 basic character classes to choose from, although players can later on choose from 3 Jedi subclasses. The classes came packed in with a skill and a feat, which would get unlocked once the player levels up. Knights of the Old Republic 2. In the sequel, players can travel with up to 2 party members. The party members can gain experience points at the same rate as the player character. Combat of Knights of the Old Republic 2 was largely identical to its predecessor. The developers added several new lightsaber crystals which could be used in different situations. Jedi Knight: Dark Forces 2. Jedi Knight included a multiplayer mode that allowed 8 people on a local network and up to 30 people online. The game was essentially a third-person shooter with an option to switch to first-person view. The game had 21 levels with new weapons available after each one. Jedi Knight 2: Jedi Outcast. The game allowed the player to wield a variety of firearms from the Star Wars, such as lightsabers and force powers. Jedi Outcast placed an emphasis on lightsaber mechanics, which can be used to deflect shots with different fighting styles for the lightsaber. Jedi Knight: Jedi Academy. In the single-player component, the player takes control of the character Jaden Korr, a student at the Jedi Academy, who must complete missions assigned to them by Katarn and Luke Skywalker. The game had a great variety of firearms, force powers and lightsabers. Rogue Leader: Rogue Squadron 2. Star Wars Rogue Squadron: Rogue Leader is a fast-paced action game. The game has 10 levels and had objectives such as search and destroy. Enemy aircrafts include the TIE Fighters, Imperial Shuttles and Star Destroyers, whereas the ground defences are more varied. Star Wars: The Force Unleashed. The Force Unleashed featured a compelling story, robust physics, impressive art and soundtrack. Although its gameplay is a divisive topic, there is no denying its amazing production values for the time. It's the fastest selling Star Wars game, selling 7 million copies as of February 2010. Jedi Starfighter. In Jedi Starfighter, the player controls different starfighters from the Star Wars universe. The missions were quite varied, ranging from protecting friendly ships to destroying enemy aircraft. The game also featured a cooperative mode, allowing one of your buddies to take hold of a turret in some missions. Star Wars: Empire at War. There are 3 game modes: storyline-based campaign, galactic conquest, and skirmish. The game features land and air battles, with the latter being fought with starfighters and large spacecraft. All modes in the game make use of important characters, such as Darth Vader, as heroes, and use the Force. Some can only be used on land or only in space. What game are you planning to play before Star Wars The Force Awakens releases? Let us know in the comments section below.
And if you like what we're doing, go ahead and click that subscribe button. See you soon.